Dispatched to Japan after American and Soviet spacecraft vanish in orbit during the Cold War, James Bond encounters challenges while filming on You Only Live Twice. Sean Connery, portraying Bond, detested his role, leading to an intriguing behind-the-scenes dynamic.
Sailing for Shanghai at 5 p.m. this afternoon. Suggest?
In the movie You Only Live Twice, Bond travels to a remote Japanese island to find the perpetrators and faces the head of Spectra, who is working for an unnamed Asian power to provoke war between superpowers. During location scouting in Japan, the chief production team narrowly escaped death by missing Flight 911, which later disintegrated over Mount Fuji. In You Only Live Twice, the publicity material suggested Bond would be killed, married, or become Japanese, which were ruses for his undercover activities. This classic is the only Bond movie where he accepts a stirred, not shaken, martini as an intentional joke by the producers.
Accurate up to 30 yards.
Very neat.
It can save your life this.
In You Only Live Twice, the rocket pistol and cigarette rocket were real-life weapons featured in the film through paid product placement, but they proved impractical for military use. This classic was the last Bond movie to make extensive use of voice dubbing for leading ladies and villains, a practice that rarely occurred in future films. The blending of real weapons with fictional narratives added an intriguing layer to the movie's action sequences. The use of voice dubbing added a unique quality to the characters, enhancing their performances and the overall viewing experience. These elements contributed to the film's distinctive charm and place in cinematic history.
On the direct route between Kobe and Shanghai, we shadowed the Ningpo in a helicopter.
Did it stop at the island?
Nancy Sinatra, the first non-British singer for a Bond theme song, took 25 takes to record it, with the final song being a mix of the best parts. The film was based on the last Ian Fleming James Bond novel published during his lifetime, but the screen story bore little resemblance to the novel. You Only Live Twice showcases an intriguing blend of music and espionage, with Nancy Sinatra's rendition adding a unique touch to the iconic Bond theme song repertoire. Despite the challenges faced during its recording, the final product stands as a testament to Sinatra's dedication and talent. The adaptation of Ian Fleming's novel, while straying from its source material, offers a fresh interpretation of the renowned spy character, captivating audiences with its action-packed narrative. Sinatra's involvement in the theme song's creation and the film's departure from its novel counterpart contribute to the overall allure of this classic Bond installment. Through its music and storytelling, You Only Live Twice remains a timeless piece of cinematic history that continues to captivate viewers with its allure and excitement.
Set in Oyama?
Ken Adams' volcano set at Pinewood Studios for You Only Live Twice cost over $1 million and was visible from almost 3 miles away. In this classic, James Bond doesn't wear his trademark dinner jacket tuxedo. The attention to set construction and costume detail truly set this movie apart. The grandeur of the volcano set added a sense of scale and drama to the film, making it a memorable visual spectacle. Bond's deviation from his usual attire added a fresh twist to his character, showcasing a different aspect of his personality. The meticulous planning and execution of these elements contributed to the overall success and impact of the movie.
And ascorbic acid.
Would you like a license to manufacture?
Yes.
During the filming of You Only Live Twice, the crew encountered challenges due to winter conditions while dressed in tropical gear. They faced difficulties, particularly during a burial scene that involves sinking the body. Additionally, director Lewis Gilbert had to deal with editing changes as his editor, Thelma Connell, was replaced by Peter Hunt. This switch occurred after Connell's initial 3-hour cut of the film received a negative response from test audiences. Overall, the production of You Only Live Twice was marked by these filming challenges and editing changes that impacted the final outcome of the movie.
I have told you that before.
He didn't chase her. He did it so I could get away. He wouldn't touch that horrible girl.
In the 1967 movie You Only Live Twice, the autogyro Little Nellie was based on a real-life invention by Wing Commander K.H. Wallace, who flew it in the film. The gyrocopter shown being assembled was a mock-up made strictly for the assembly sequence.
You.
Tell him to keep that ship shadowed wherever she goes. Go now.
Over 45,000 miles of air travel were involved in the filming of You Only Live Twice, with locations in Japan, Gibraltar, Spain, and England, including 9 different Japanese locations. The footage of the U.S. Jupiter spacecraft was actually of the real Gemini spacecraft, with inaccuracies in the Soviet spacecraft designs based on misconceptions.
I have a car nearby.
Oh, where do you suggest we go?
The movie's title comes from a poem in the novel You Only Live Twice, once when you were born, and once when you looked death in the face. The plot was inspired by the Cold War space race, and released 5 months after the Apollo 1 fire, which suspended us manned space flight for over a year. This classic captures the tense geopolitical atmosphere of the Cold War, and the fierce competition between the US and the Soviet Union. Set in the backdrop of global espionage and intrigue, the film weaves a thrilling narrative that delves into themes of betrayal, loyalty, and the high stakes of international conflict. Against the backdrop of escalating tensions, the movie takes viewers on a high-octane journey filled with action-packed sequences and gripping plot twists. As the characters navigate a world on the brink of destruction, they must confront their own mortality and the consequences of their actions. The film's release at a critical juncture in history adds a layer of authenticity and urgency to its narrative, making it a timeless classic that continues to captivate audiences. You Only Live Twice remains a poignant reminder of the complex web of political rivalries and personal sacrifices that defined an era marked by uncertainty and paranoia.
But
Do all their people carry guns?
when they're abroad, yes.
And why were you snooping around the docks?
Filming in Japan for the movie was marked by a tense atmosphere, largely due to Sean Connery's growing dissatisfaction with his role as James Bond. The public fascination with him had become overwhelming, leading to extensive media attention that hounded him throughout the shoot. This constant scrutiny required the presence of additional security guards, as Connery found himself increasingly frustrated by the relentless press coverage. His experience in Japan became a turning point when he announced halfway through filming that he would not return as Bond. This decision stemmed from a combination of boredom with the character and the pressures he faced. Furthermore, a mistranslation during an interview sparked backlash from local fans, further complicating his situation. These factors contributed to a challenging environment on set, overshadowing what should have been a thrilling adventure in the world of espionage. Connery's announcement not only surprised many, but also highlighted the difficulties actors can face amidst fame and the demands of their roles.
Think he's on board, sir.
Tell him to come below and report.
It'll be a pleasure, sir.
Premiering on June 12, 1967, You Only Live Twice made an impressive debut by grossing $7 million within the first 3 weeks in the U.S. This classic went on to amass a total of $43 million in the U.S. and a staggering $68 million worldwide, solidifying its place as a popular film of its time. Its captivating storyline and engaging characters captivated audiences, contributing to its widespread success on the big screen. The movie's box office performance reflected its widespread appeal and enduring popularity among viewers, cementing its status as a beloved cinematic gem. You Only Live Twice continues to be celebrated for its entertainment value and lasting impact on the world of film.
Because if ever they were discovered, they could deny all responsibility, especially if some private organization.
Released in 1967, You Only Live Twice left a lasting impact on cinema and popular culture. This classic spy film starring James Bond has a rich legacy, influencing future spy movies and TV shows. Its thrilling action sequences, exotic locations, and iconic characters have stood the test of time. The movie's success helped solidify the James Bond franchise as a global phenomenon. Even today, You Only Live Twice remains relevant due to its blend of espionage, adventure, and stylish storytelling. The movie's themes of global espionage, larger-than-life villains, and high-stakes missions continue to captivate audiences of all ages. Its influence can be seen in contemporary spy films and TV series, showcasing the enduring appeal of classic espionage storytelling. The legacy of You Only Live Twice endures not just for its entertainment value, but also for its impact on the spy genre as a whole, setting a high standard for future spy adventures on screen. This classic continues to be celebrated for its innovative cinematography, memorable soundtrack, and timeless portrayal of espionage intrigue. In summary, You Only Live Twice remains a beloved classic that has left an indelible mark on cinematic history, shaping the way spy films are made and enjoyed to this day.
Dave on the mainland, and when her boat floated out again, she was...
During the casting process for You Only Live Twice, a significant focus was placed on finding the right actors to bring Ian Fleming's characters to life. Sean Connery was already established as James Bond, but he faced pressure about whether he would return for this film. Ultimately, Connery's commitment was secured after negotiations that emphasized the importance of his presence in maintaining the franchise's success. For the female lead, the role of Kissy Suzuki was pivotal. Akiko Wakabayashi was chosen after an extensive search to find someone who could embody both strength and allure. The producers held chemistry tests with various actresses to find the right balance with Connery. Donald Pleasence was selected to play the villain, Ernst Stavro Blofeld, after a haunting audition where he showcased an unsettling charm. His performance sealed his fate as a memorable antagonist, and his unique look added to the character's mystique. The casting for the supporting roles also played a critical role. Many actors, like Tetsuro Tamba as Tiger Tanaka, were chosen for their ability to bring authenticity to the film's Japanese setting, demonstrating a thoughtful approach to representation. Through a blend of chemistry tests, talent searches, and strong auditions, the casting team crafted a dynamic ensemble, ultimately ensuring that You Only Live Twice would resonate with audiences worldwide. When bringing the story of You Only Live Twice to life, director Lewis Gilbert focused on creating a visually stunning experience. He drew inspiration from the vibrant culture of Japan, where much of the film was set. By immersing viewers in the rich landscapes and unique traditions, Gilbert aimed to transport audiences into the world of James Bond. His approach involved meticulous attention to detail, from the elaborate sets to the intricate costumes that reflected the story's cultural backdrop. Collaboration with the cast and crew was essential. Gilbert worked closely with Sean Connery, ensuring Bond's character remained dynamic and complex. The director also teamed up with production designer Ken Adam, whose innovative designs, including the iconic volcano lair, became a hallmark of the film. Action sequences were choreographed with precision, balancing excitement and realism, which was a signature element of Gilbert's style. His ability to blend thrilling action with engaging storytelling made the film a memorable installment in the Bond series. During the production of the 1967 movie You Only Live Twice, the set design showcased intricate details, transporting viewers to exotic locales. The locations chosen for filming added authenticity, from bustling streets to serene landscapes, enhancing the storytelling. The logistical challenges of filming in diverse environments required meticulous planning to ensure a smooth production process. Innovative techniques such as advanced camera work and special effects were employed to bring the movie to life on screen. These innovations set new standards in the industry and captivated audiences worldwide.
Thank you, sir.
007.
Sir.
We've only 3 weeks before the Americans launch the next one. You know?
The musical score and soundtrack of the 1967 movie You Only Live Twice were crafted with meticulous attention to detail to enhance the narrative and emotional tone of the film. Composers John Barry and Leslie Bricusse worked together to create a score that captured the essence of the movie's exotic locales and high-stakes espionage. The score features iconic themes that have become synonymous with the James Bond franchise, evoking a sense of mystery, danger, and intrigue. Musicians like Nancy Sinatra, who performed the theme song, lent their talents to infuse the soundtrack with a sense of elegance and sophistication. The music seamlessly complements the action-packed scenes and adds depth to the characters' emotions, enhancing the overall viewing experience. The collaboration between composers and musicians brought a unique sonic dimension to You Only Live Twice, solidifying its place as a classic in cinematic history.
Yes, this is my second life.
In the 1967 movie You Only Live Twice, one of the most iconic scenes is the aerial battle sequence, where Bond's helicopter is pursued and attacked by enemy helicopters. Director Lewis Gilbert expertly crafted this intense moment, blending suspense and action that kept audiences on the edge of their seats. The performance by Sean Connery as James Bond during this scene was stellar, showcasing his charisma and cool demeanor even in the face of danger. The cinematography captured the thrilling aerial combat with dynamic camera movements and striking visuals, immersing viewers in the heart-pounding action. This scene had a significant impact on the audience, leaving them in awe of the daring stunts and intricate choreography, Filmmakers and actors praised the scene for its adrenaline-pumping energy and seamless integration of practical effects. It solidified You Only Live Twice as a standout installment in the James Bond franchise.
The girl I have chosen is an agent of mine. But first, you must become Japanese.
Released in 1967, the movie You Only Live Twice had a significant cultural and social impact. It resonated with audiences by showcasing exotic locations, thrilling action sequences, and the iconic character of James Bond. The film's success influenced pop culture by popularizing the spy genre, leading to a surge in spy-themed movies and TV shows. It also contributed to discussions on gender roles and stereotypes, with its portrayal of strong female characters challenging traditional notions of femininity. Overall, You Only Live Twice left a lasting impression on viewers and helped shape the media landscape of the late 1960s. Upon its release in 1967, You Only Live Twice received mixed to positive reviews, with critics noting its dazzling visuals and exotic locations. The film was praised for its ambitious production design, especially the impressive volcanic lair built for the villain, Ernst Stavro Blofeld. However, some reviews pointed out that the plot felt less cohesive compared to previous Bond films. The New York Times highlighted Sean Connery's performance, calling it charming and charismatic, while others felt the film leaned too heavily on spectacle rather than story. Audience reactions were generally favorable, with many appreciating the daring stunts and adventure elements typical of the Bond franchise. Fans were particularly captivated by the film's thrilling chase sequences and the introduction of iconic gadgets. The film's box office success also demonstrated its popularity, earning over $111 million worldwide, making it one of the highest-grossing films of the year. In terms of awards, You Only Live Twice received an Academy Award nomination for Best Special Effects, reflecting the technical achievements of the film. This recognition signified the hard work of the production team and indicated a growing appreciation for the action genre within the film industry. The film also won a Golden Globe for Most Promising Newcomer for Akiko Wakabayashi, showcasing the impact of its supporting cast. Such accolades not only highlight the film's strengths, but also enhance the careers of those involved, particularly Sean Connery, who solidified his status as the quintessential James Bond. The film's legacy continues to influence both the spy genre and the wider action film landscape, paving the way for future Bond adventures.
You know that industrial secrets are big business. Well, I've stolen a...
During the making of the 1967 movie You Only Live Twice, it is said that Sean Connery disliked the famous Bond film formula, which included gadgets and over-the-top action scenes. As a result, he was reportedly often bored on set. Additionally, the volcano set used for the villain's lair was extremely expensive to build, costing over $1 million at that time. Despite the challenges, the crew managed to create an iconic scene where the set's roof opens up to reveal a hijacked spacecraft. Director Lewis Gilbert also shared that creating the underwater scenes was particularly challenging due to technical difficulties. Despite the obstacles, the cast and crew's hard work paid off, with the film becoming a classic in the Bond franchise.
Can you take me to this cave?
Yes.
We'll slip away from the fishing fleet in the morning.
You Only Live Twice, the 1967 movie, holds a significant place in film history for its impact on future filmmaking. This classic movie, part of the James Bond series, introduced audiences to iconic elements like futuristic technology, elaborate action scenes, and exotic locations. Its influence can be seen in later Bond films as well as in the action genre as a whole. Filmmakers drew inspiration from its innovative camera work, impressive set designs, and captivating storytelling. Beyond the world of Bond, this movie inspired a wave of spy thrillers and action films that aimed to replicate its formula for success. The legacy of You Only Live Twice endures through its contributions to cinematic storytelling and its lasting influence on the way action movies are made today.
Chest.
Really?
Now then, you must tell me what I can do for you, Mr. Fisher.
Reflecting on the 1967 film You Only Live Twice, many viewers often share how it shaped their understanding of cinema. The film, part of the James Bond series, is notable not only for its thrilling action sequences, but also for its stunning visuals and exotic settings. The Japanese backdrop introduced audiences to a different culture and perspective, which many found eye-opening. Some fans recall how the film's innovative use of gadgets and technology influenced their views on storytelling in movies. The character of James Bond, portrayed by Sean Connery, set a standard for charisma and sophistication that many actors would later emulate. This film sparked discussions about heroism and morality in cinema, prompting viewers to think critically about the characters they admire. Personal memories often include watching the movie with family or friends, creating lasting bonds over shared excitement. Engagement with the film continues to grow as people reminisce about their experiences and discuss how it has impacted their appreciation for film as an art form. If you have your own stories or reflections about You Only Live Twice, consider sharing them. Your insights may resonate with others who have similar experiences. Likes, shares, and subscriptions can help foster a community of film lovers eager to explore more cinematic gems.
I take it you're fully briefed.
Oh, yes, sir. But there's one thing I don't understand.